Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So today's message is from the Panther, and he likes to talk about the importance of integrating shadow work, integrating the shadow and the light so that you can build a very firm, strong foundation. Yeah, sorry, I'm not feeling my best, but felt like doing a video anyways. So today's message, I'm just gonna give a little bit of backstory because that's what he's been kind of showing me is last Saturday I went out to the pub with my friends because they had finished all their exams, and yeah, I just wanted to go celebrate with them. For those that know me, like I don't go out often at all. When I was younger, yes, but now that I'm older, I prefer to do different activities than go to a bar. And as I was going over, I was telling my friends, I'm like, I feel a big change within me. I used to be so open, right? When I was younger and I'd go to the pub, you know, I'd start at one end of the bar and I would make friends with the complete bar. And by the time I went home, like I knew everybody and everybody's story. And I was like, but now that I'm older, I feel closed off. I feel a protection or shell. And this really bugged me because when I was caregiving for the elderly, I used to take this one guy who had dementia, and we go for walks and he'd always say hello to everyone. And that's when I realized that there's just so many people in the world who are scared of each other, right? They just they would look at the ground, they get so uncomfortable when someone would make eye contact and say hello. And so my client didn't know any different. He was just like, hey, hi, have a good day. And I was like, I never want to get like that, those people who are so scared of other people, that they're just so unwilling to make eye contact and say hello. But as I was going to the pub, I felt this shell. And I was like, I'm just not as open to people like I used to be. And so I asked a lot of people, and I was like, because when I went to the pub, I didn't really break that shell, and I mostly just observed the whole night, which is totally out of character from the old me, right? I make friends with everyone, but this time I didn't really want to talk to anyone who wasn't part of my circle, right? I kind of came just to hang out with my friends. And so a couple instances happened, and I asked people, I'm like, did things change, or like, is it me? And they're like, no, things at bars are just so different these days. And then my guide piped up and he's like, no, you're the thing that changed. And I was like, okay, right? Because everything without us, with outside of us, is a projection within us. And so right, I can't really point fingers at all these things and be like, WTF, man, without looking at myself. So I pulled some cards. So we got 2 layers here. And then the top layer is the now, and then the bottom layer is like the inner child, we'll say. And so we're gonna start with the inner child. And so the first card we have is the Queen of Air. And so that's the card. And so the first thing that I get from this card is just when I look at her, like it's just the colors. To me, it's just and the white light. It's just that this person was so pure and just so beautiful, and like just beauty. That's all I can say. Just love and beauty, right? She was just, what else message? just a very angelic vibe. I'm hearing kind of like harp music playing, like da 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 da, and you know, she's very smart, very balanced. Just overall, this like very beautiful energy. I'm really liking it. Because normally this is Queen of Air is Queen of Swords. And so Queen of Swords, it's like what I'm seeing is, oh, we got some visitors. What is that? The woodpecker again. He likes to come during my readings. He's so pretty. I love his spots. Anyways. Sorry. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I see her that she's a justice, like a warrior of justice. She sees like injustice and like she goes for it. Because she's like, she used her power wisely. And then so the next one we got is the 9 of Air. And so what's the message for that? The song that I'm hearing, okay, here there's the dagger in the third eye. And then that's that seeing injustice and going for it. But here in the nine of Air, the sword is in her heart. And when you look really, really close, there's kind of like, it looks like it almost binds her hands. So, that person who's so open and like, I'll help anyone, right? Because I'm just seeing myself as younger. Be like, you're homeless? Like, come home with me. Here's a couch. And I would just throw money at them and like all those things. But this person got a little bit burned. The song that I heard when I looked at it was like, shot through the heart and you're to blame. And she kind of is to blame because she was so open to helping anybody that she didn't quite have proper boundaries. Another thing that kind of pops out to me, which side is it? It's on this side. There's a falcon that kind of takes half her face. These are really pretty cards. I'm really liking it. I'm seeing, I said falcon, but I meant to say phoenix. And that's kind of what happened, is like, you get burned, right? That inner child gets burned by something. There's still all this love and this light, but now they're kind of like constricted to who they're willing to help and to share. Right? Not so much open like this for everyone. Like, it's like only my fire is for like those who are in my circle. Let's talk about the sun and the moon. The sun. The thing that's really popping out in the third eye is the sun. Right? Because here we got the earth, and then what's the other one? Is that like another earth? There's a moon. I'm hearing that they're both earth, but it's changed. So I'll show you that. There's the earth that we kind of all know, and this moment happened and she had to change, but it's no longer the same as how she viewed it before. And so that's where see here, she was wide open, right? Just totally. But now there's a ring around, right? That's that protection that I kept saying. I've got this bubble that I just need to break free. And my guides are like, no, like, this bubble that you call negative is such an empowering thing. Like, you don't understand that you've gone through so many trials and errors and lessons to get this protective barrier, because before you were so open, right? Empathetic. You would take people's problems and fix them, and like literally take people's pain from in their body, because as an empath you can do stuff like that and like transmute it into yours. And so there's so many times that I didn't feel well, but I would, fix it and like let it go to the universe. But then the people never learned, right? They went off again, and they just found themselves in the same predicament that I just helped them through. And it became very tiresome. And then people kind of started being like, all right, go to Christy when you need this gross feeling gone, and then ghost her, and then come back, and then ghost, and then come back. And it's like, that's where this like protection needed to come back, because now, when you kind of been open to someone, they know how to get in, right? Because they've been there before. They know how to pull on like a heartstring. But it keeps you very trapped. And so it took a really long time for me to unbind myself from this energy of this always transmuting someone's energy, letting it go, transmuting someone's energy, letting it go. It became like almost that was my job, and it became all right. Let's just move on to the next card, because that's what caught my eye. So here, right, here's me, I'm saying my personal experience, but this is a lesson that everybody can go through. Because the story of it is, I had this feeling of whatever I'm feeling right now was not how I should have been feeling. I should be open and fun and happy and love. And my guide's like, no, accept who you are now. You think you're this negative energy blocked off, but you're not. This is protection, and embrace that, because this is powerful for you. So now we got the protection, unbinding yourself from this person that keeps stabbing you in the heart and always like reigniting your own fire. And it's like, okay, like I've got to stop this cycle. So here's the sun, and this is the one part. I'm going to put this card behind this card. So there's the sun, and it's like freeing yourself from your mind games. And then all of a sudden, look at that. There's that sun again, but it's totally ignited. Woo, woo. Let's look at it again. We're trapped and binded, completely free. I just really like that. Just so much power, confidence, I am. That's what all this hurt has brought you. It's like, no. I love that. No. Tell someone, no. All night at the pub, people were trying to tell me what I should do, and I was just like, I don't want to. And they'd be like, oh, come on, like peer pressure, like, and then the whole group of them would be like, come on. I'm like, no, like, use your voice, because you know what you want. Yeah. And there's not much to say for this card, because I spent so much time on this card that this card it shows the after part. It's that unbinding your wrists and fueling yourself, right? So this is your energy now, right? Like that's you were this beautifully divine conduit, but unfortunately you found yourself in situations that caught you binded, and you constantly had to like ignite your energy, and they deplete you and reignite it. And it's like, this is you now. This is the outcome. This is that I am fire energy. And so that's the lessons, right? So myself, I wanted to be that young, carefree girl, but she just kept getting stabbed in the heart. It's like, how many times can you get stabbed in the heart before you're like, I'm insane. Like, I'm the problem. And so they're the mind, and even the sun, right? It was just a little fizzle, but even this sun is even more empowered. Like, it's grown. Your intuition has grown top notch. And so this is the cards for the right now. And it's what are we looking at? The six of water. Six of water is 6 of cups. And so here she is. She's got this beautiful everything about her, right? Like her heart is sparkly, her third eye is sparkly, right? She's just beautiful. And she offers love and compassion. And so here I am thinking, I need to get rid of this crusty feeling, but this is the energy, right? And not everybody gets access to this. Because imagine if I was like this when you're in this power, just how many people would just take advantage and just drain your cup. And so the next card was, what is this? Earth. 5 of Earth. Sorry guys, my back hurts. I'm just not feeling my best. So the next one that we had was in reverse, but it's the 5 of Earth. And Earth would be Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Ooh, snap. Right? And so that's the positive thing is here I'm trying to say, get rid of this emotion that I don't deem happy or healthy. But let's say I didn't have that protection. Pentacles is financial loss. Like if you're just so open to anyone while you're in this beautiful, loving, empowered energy, like this person's gonna come and they're just going to take advantage. They're going to try to put you back in here, but they're going to, like, I just, mostly I'm seeing loss in finances. Like, maybe, right, like I said, I used to always be like, you're homeless, come to my home, and then they'll steal your TV, or oh, you're sad? Here, let me help make you happy. And then later this person just turns around and backstabs you or something. And so this is the same girl, right? Here's this beautiful girl that you are. This is your spirit now. Even though you don't feel as loving and as happy as her, it's certainly much better than being this girl, right? Because it's in reverse. So you're like, you're not accepting this Joker's hand. You're like, F that. Like, there's no way I'm gonna make myself a shell of a person. I'd rather have this protective whatever emotion that I'm a little uncomfortable with than to feel numb and feel nothing and for you to take everything from me. Because now there's no more sparkles, there's no more life, there's no more joy, right? And he doesn't even care. He's like, I just took it, whatever. And so the next one that we came, what does this even mean? It's okay, so it's heaven and earth, and it's okay, the thing that really stuck to or got me a little confused is at first I was like, sweet, here's the wheel, the shell, the protection, everything's within it. Beautiful. There's both sides. There's bringing in the old and now the protected and new. And the one that I'm like, what does this even mean? Is I really like numbers and numerology and things like that. And definitely love numbers. But there's a math equation on this card. I don't know if you can see it. It's so tiny right here. But what it says is 572 plus 87 equals 659. And so I don't know how this will show up on your video, but the green side is the left, right? When I'm looking at it, it's left, and then the colorful side is the now. So it's really integrating the green, which was all the new. That's this girl, right? She's very green. She didn't know how to tap into her abilities or her feelings and emotions, and it created some life learning lessons. Along the way, she met so many guides who helped her through everything. We've got the owl, we got the bear, we got the ram, we got the dark horse, and the wolf. But then on the present side, the now side, they got some color. They got a little bit of life. There's new contracts coming. That could be a soul contract or literal contracts in life, like just responsibilities and things like that. And I'm kind of getting that this, let me look a little more. This trickster that kind of came and caused the heartache. He kind of looks like the green, right? There's a horn there. And so it's like, no matter who you kind of come across in every problem that you've ever encountered with someone, you kind of take a piece of them and you integrate it into your soul, right? And so maybe that's the contracts. And so it's learning which contracts to oh, come on, brain. I already have trouble with words, but now I'm not feeling my best. It's not coming. Which contracts to engage in, and knowing which contracts to cut ties and when they're finished and when to let people go. And because all these lessons happened, it's so easy to now let this contract go because you've already freed yourself from the binds and the fire. That I really want to know this is the energy now. So no matter what difficult emotion you're feeling, Spirit's saying honor it. You got to where you are because you needed that. Maybe it was protection. Maybe it's not as negative as you think, right? Like we can't say how long you can go through a phase or a stage, or if you're dealing with grief or something like that. I mean, if you choose to stay negative and you know that what you're doing is not healthy, that's not positive in any way for anybody in any case. But in this case, I had my protection and I know that it's good. I know I've been doing good things. My intuition has opened. But there's something new coming. So rather than focusing on how I thought I should have been, I have to accept how I am now and remember that there's something even better coming. And then that's the person that you should always strive for, right? Not going back to who you were in the past. But a part of me just wants to quickly look at these numbers and see if they actually wrote it in the book at all. Earth, there we go. And what is this? Sorry guys, you know what? I'm going to pause this. Yeah, okay. Because I don't want you just to sit here. Okay, I'm back. It didn't talk about anything. I'm a little bummed by that. So I'm going to get the message myself. So what do we got here? So here we've got, I'm just going to come up with whatever I come up with. Here we've got conflict and a little bit of chaos, and it's really needing to detox, right? Especially when it comes to partnerships. And the way to do that is to add in, it's saying pick a choice, a decision, and go for it. Right? Once you make a choice, when you've actually tapped into your intuition, when your third eye ignites, especially when you know that it's good for you, it's saying to just really honor that choice by being all in and not being so wishy-washy, right? It's leveling up, right? And knowing now that when chaos and problems come to you, that rather than taking it on and making it your own problem, it's that standing back and allowing for things to like pass you by, because not everything is for you to pick up. And all of that just kind of really fit into the story that I just told in this reading. I promise I'm not like forcing it. I have each meaning for each number that I know, and that is the story that I get from it. But just know that whatever negative thing that you're avoiding, there is something growing underneath. There's new you. So you can be uncomfortable with how you are now, but we need that emotion or whatever the heck is going on for you in order to get to the next step, right? And just honoring and loving and accepting that for yourself. So that's the message from the Panther today, was to accept yourself exactly how you are now. And you can bring that inner child with you, but if that inner child hasn't learned the lessons and you bring it forward, you're just gonna keep going through the same problems. And so really congratulate yourself where you are right now, which is this is you and all your glory. And so congratulations. Like, sometimes you don't feel like you are where you want to be, and you are going to continue to grow, but right now is just such a powerful moment. You really need to take that time and be like, yeah, I built all this, my foundation is good, and just accept it, and don't and stop trying to fight it, right? You're doing really good on your journey, and you don't need to be growing faster. You don't need, like, you're perfectly fine how you are with how you're thinking and feeling. If it's something that is not ideal, you will get through it, but it's so crucial and important part of your life lesson right now. So that's the message for today. I hope you had a little bit of insights in this, and that this can help you on your journey. And yeah, just thank you for watching my video, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.